I didn't really realize how stagnant I'd become in my nursing job until I started taking Dan's classes 6 months ago. Every week, he gives me exclusive wisdom about the market and the economy that only the best of the best can give me, and that's who I want teaching me.
I had more like swing trading with very little knowledge of the big macro picture. So consequently, I had no strategy. It was basically look at the charts, and when the market hit a certain level, then just go long, and when it hit the other level, just go short. I was pretty much sailing around, but never really getting anywhere.
Now I know how to find opportunities in the down market. I can take advantage of that, and that way I can make money that way. And I had multiple examples of stocks that I traded and positions that I took when the conditions were appropriate, and I was able to make money, in some cases 10%, maybe 25%, and also in some cases 60% rate of return on my investment. And all that gives you the ability to position yourself and become a better investor, a better trader.
You were like a master teacher, which allowed me then to go in various directions and gather information on my own.
And I always felt very insecure because every time that I put a trade, since I didn't have a long-term macro view of the factors that were affecting the market, pretty much at the mercy of whatever forces, and most of them I didn't even understand.
Opportunities will always come your way, and you just have to be ready to take advantage whenever they come along.
Probably one of my favorite, the mental game of investing. It keeps my eyes and my mind on what are the real goals for me and my life.
When I heard you on the radio one day and went to one of your events, I was very impressed and wanted to have some knowledge from someone who had been in the business for a long time, give me information and give me resources, a lot of resources of where to further study or get further information. I took advantage of that.
My experience has been more the kind of technical analysis experience that most people get, in which you learn how to read charts, you read indicators, and that's very useful, but that's not the whole picture. There's a lot more than just technical analysis. The connection with the Fed, how the markets, bear markets and bull markets move in certain cycles within the presidential cycle, how the market moves in that same cycle. So there's a lot of components that before of this training I was unaware of, and because of that, you tend to make mistakes, tend to just use the one tool that you know, and if you only have a hammer, everything looks like a nail. That's before I would only use technical analysis as my only tool, but now I have a lot more tools at my disposal, and it gives me a better picture on the overall market and the Fed and every component.
You have a big macro picture. Then from that point on, it becomes a lot more self-confident in not letting yourself be swayed by all the so-called experts that generally are just hyping everything and in order to create a headline for the news.
Biggest result of this course has been me being able to say, I can do that, and how can I do that, instead of, I can't understand this and I can't do this. It's too hard.
I'm thrilled to have this rare opportunity to learn from an expert and a great teacher like Dan. Thanks, Dan.